guys, welcome back. This is a little different. I felt like mixing it up a little bit just because today is like the perfect day right now. It's nice and sunny and the sky's clear. This is my example of a perfect day. These are my favorite days. They just feel so nice. The birds are chirping. So I figured, why stay in my room when outside is just gorgeous and we can make a video there. I didn't post last week. This is actually what I wanted to post last week. It's just I've had no motivation for anything. This quarantine's like killing me. Yeah, so just bear with me. I wanted to change things up. I'm trying to take risks, do things differently because I'm one to play it safe and play by the rules. I don't change things up much. It's not my thing. I just stick with the same thing all the time. So this is very different for me, but we're gonna do it anyway. So as you know, summer is upon us, which means that there are a lot of new summer relationships, summer flings. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about relationships, but not just relationships, about the most epic relationship. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about our relationship with God, quite frankly, and how there's this term that people use, and I love it. I think of it this way. And there's this song too. It's one of my favorite songs, but it's called Divine Romance, and that's exactly how I picture our relationship with God. Sometimes it's this divine romantic relationship because it is. He loves us so much that he gave up his son to die for us, and just that love he has for us is so divine and so beautiful. So I just wanted to talk about that. Sometimes we get wrapped up in relationships on earth, but we forget about the most amazing relationship. And also, inside scoop, my neighbors are outside, so this is a little bit awkward for me, but it goes into the part where I'm trying to take risks. So I think both sides of my neighbors are here. So I wanted to start off with just saying how, we as humans, we were created to be with someone. Adam and Eve. God did not want Adam. He said man is not to be alone. He created Adam and then created Eve to be with him. Like, you are meant to find somebody and have that partnership with someone. So it is a human desire for us to have a companion to live life with and to experience that with. So I'm not saying by any means that it is wrong, because we were made to have that human desire. We were made with the desire to love and to be loved, and to have that relationship with another human. So it's not like it's out of the ordinary. You're not wrong for wanting to have a relationship. We were made that way. So it's definitely, there's nothing to be worried about there. Just wanted to start off by saying that we were made to have this desire to have love and be loved. Relationships are hard, and it's hard to find that perfect love. It's hard to find that oh, my boyfriend doesn't give me this, my girlfriend doesn't give me this. Like, I don't know what perfect love is supposed to be. I don't know if I'm being too picky. I don't know if I'm not being picky enough. I don't know where my standards are supposed to be. So I just wanted to start off with these scriptures. So in 1 John 4:7, it says, "Dear friends, let us love one another." So again, we are meant to love each other. For love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. So we were all made out of love. He created us to have that loving relationship with him. We were born from the God who is love. God is love. And that takes us to our next verse, is 1 John 4:16. And so we know and rely on love God has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God and God in them. So what really sticks out to me, and I said it twice, God is love. God is love. God is the most epic representation of love. Love comes from God, and he is the prime example of what love is and what love should be. Once we realize that our relationship with God is the most important, we realize that God never fails. His love never fails. Sometimes your partner might let you down, they might disappoint you, they might not fulfill their promise that they made, but the thing about God is he doesn't do that. He never fails, he never disappoints, and he always fulfills his promises that he makes to his people. He will always follow through with what he says. And that's proven so many times in the Bible, and that's a video for another day. God will never disappoint. He will never fail. He will never leave. You can always count on him to always be there. And sometimes when you want a relationship, or you're looking for a relationship, you don't really know what to look for. Am I being too picky? And something that I've heard before, I will always use is 1 Corinthians 13. It says, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, it does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It's not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Love never fails. What you can do, or see if this person is eligible to be your partner, you can replace their name with love. So-and-so is patient, so-and-so is kind, so-and-so does not envy, does not boast. Like, put their name in those spots and see if they check off that list. And that's an awesome way to see if they really live up to the standards that you should have, because God set these standards in place for a reason. It's to help you. And God has someone out there for you. This is the most beautiful love story that could ever happen. And now we know that God wants to have that relationship with us. Another thing that people don't really realize is, just like any other relationship here on earth, your relationship with God takes effort. If you've ever been in a relationship, you know, like, they're work. Relationships are work, and they're hard sometimes. But relationships require alone time. They require talking. They're putting the other above yourself. You are a partnership. And so I also wanted to look at James 4:10. Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up. In a relationship, you need to humble yourself. You need to put the other person above yourself, and they should do the same. It should not be you give your all and they give you nothing. You should both be giving your 110%. I hate when people say this is 50-50. No, it is not 50-50. You don't give 50% in a relationship. If you want it to work, you give it your all. You give it 110%, and they should do the same. They should give their 110%. Just like your relationship with someone on earth, your relationship with God requires alone time. That means time with God, reading your Bible, praying, and just spending time getting to know him. In a relationship, you get to know them. You go on dates, you talk, you get to know them. And that's the same thing with God. God wants you to get to know him. He knows everything about you already, but he wants you to get to know him and indulge in everything that he is and all the greatness that he is. But it also requires talking. In a relationship, you don't just never talk. You need to talk in a relationship. That's pretty important. And it's the same thing with God. You need to spend time in prayer. You need to talk to your God. Communication is required, because not only are you talking to God and doing all that you need to do, he wants to say things to you. He's got things that he wants to say to you as well. One of my friends, I was having a hard time trying to, with that motivation. Like I said earlier, I was having a little bit of hard time. And I asked her, I was like, hey, I need you to just give me that push. Like, I know I got to do it, but I need you to give me that push. And she said, and I'll probably always remember this, she said, hey, Emily, go read your Bible. God misses talking to you. And that's so true. He wants to talk to you. He wants to communicate with you. God is not one, he wants you to come to him. He's not going to break down your door trying to get you to come to him. He's going to politely, not quietly, and you've got to want it. He's not going to beg. He wants you to come to him. Hey guys, this is a little side note I forgot to include in the video actually. I just wanted to add right here where I'm talking about how that God's going to politely knock on your door. He's not one to beg, because he knows that love is not forced. He doesn't want the relationship between you and him to be forced. He wants to be chosen, just like anybody else. It feels a lot better to be chosen rather than have somebody say you have to be with them, because you want to feel wanted. And it's the same way with God. He wants to feel chosen, and he wants that relationship to be because you want it. He doesn't want to force anything. He gives us free will, and and with that, it's the choice to follow him or not, and he wants you to choose to love him rather than to force it. So I just thought I had to talking to you. He wants you to get to know him. He wants you to communicate with him, and he wants to have that romantic relationship with you. Now, this doesn't mean you're going to go on dinner dates with God. It's not a physical relationship. It's more a spiritual and emotional relationship with God. I'm not saying that, no, you should only be in love with God. God does want us to have a partner. He wants us to have someone to do life with and to honor him. He just wants that relationship with you, and he wants that divine romance with you. Even though relationships on earth can be hard, just know that there is an epic relationship that is above all others, and it will never fail. He will never disappoint. He will never leave you stranded. He will never leave you on your own, and he will never break a promise. But also in that relationship, take alone time with him, talk with him, get to know him, have that connection with him. So that's what I encourage you to do today. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll be praying for you. I hope that you pray for me as well, and I hope you have a wonderful day.